Mass casualties like the one in New Orleans leave a mark that never fades. Colorado knows that all too well. One woman whose life was changed forever after the 2021 mass shooting at a Boulder King Soopers believes there's a way to talk about grief while hanging on to a little bit of hope that she found over the past few years. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon shows us how.
Work from home.
Here, okay.
On a passion project. A podcast.
Senseless. It's the word we often use after mass shootings in America.
That's personal.
When people like my dad are killed just going about their lives. When bystanders have split seconds to make life and death decisions.
At a time.
I'm Erika Mahoney. I'm a journalist, mom, and survivor.
That felt right.
Who's my dad? Me.
Her dad, Kevin Mahoney.
It took me a long time to actually be able to say my dad was killed in a mass shooting.
Is one of 10 people killed at a Boulder King Soopers in March of 2021.
For the first time, I celebrated the new year because I just felt so stuck.
It's the first year since then without a trial hanging over her head.
To have it behind us, it's a relief.
But what comes next?
How do we as human beings move forward after tragedy?
A journalist at heart, Mahoney has always been a storyteller.
The very first time I went live on NPR, which was something I dreamed of doing since I was a little girl, was to cover a mass shooting. When my dad was killed in a mass shooting, it was this really wild moment of realizing I'm no longer covering this, I'm living it.
A living nightmare.
It's this massive web of pain.
With so many people wrapped up in it.
I realized as I was reconnecting with people who were also affected by the King Soopers mass shooting that there are all of these incredible stories, and I wanted to share them.
Interviewing everyone from her own mom.
And we enjoyed the first years of our marriage a lot.
To lawmakers.
I was at home in Lafayette.
Who will be part of the limited series podcast coming this spring.
To this day, there's still no why, and I've had to learn to accept that.
Working on this podcast, do you feel that kind of connection to him again?
I can hear my dad's voice saying good job, and this makes me tear up, but this is my way of honoring him and honoring the 9 other lives that were taken that day.
Senseless.
I will never make sense of what happened the day a gunman opened fire at a grocery store in my hometown of Boulder, Colorado, but I'm trying to make meaning out of it.
A chance to move forward together. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
The gunman in the King Soopers mass shooting will spend the rest of their life behind bars after a Boulder judge sentenced them to 10 consecutive life sentences last year.